What is happening, all you YouTube warriors out there? Range Day Bro, back at it again. And today I have a good one for you. We're going to be going over the top 3 home defense setups. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so there's no shortage of videos out there talking about the best home defense guns, and we have plenty to choose from. God bless America. However, today what I'm going to be talking about is my personal choice for what I choose to defend my family and my life with, and the setups that I have on those specific firearms. So without further ado, let's just get into number 3, and number 3 is, boom, the FNX 45 Tactical, guys. This is a beast of a pistol, and why not go big while you're at home? Not go big or go home. You're at home, so just go big. You're already here. So why not have as much firepower, 15 rounds of 45 ACP. That's some fat slugs, 230 grains or so, flying at the enemy, the bad guy who wants to do some harm on you guys. You want every advantage. And if this is just sitting on your nightstand or sitting in your quick access safe, it doesn't really matter how big it is. And that's why I don't conceal carry this. I don't everyday carry this. I don't carry this at all, actually, unless it's in a range bag, taking it to the range. This is my home defense pistol. This is my go-to if I hear a bump in the night. And the setup I have on here right now, guys, as you notice, it's missing a optic. However, I highly recommend an optic on this guy. And it also has the Streamlight TLR1. This was actually a gift from a friend of mine. And I believe it was a warranty claim that Streamlight maybe just replaced, and he ended up fixing it. And I can't imagine how many rounds this thing's got on it, but it's still kicking. It looks great. It works great, throws a nice beam of light. And you're going to see a common theme in all of my setups with the old light there, because most of the time when bad guys are coming around, it's under the cover of darkness. So this is my choice for a offensive type pistol if I ever needed it. But for the time being, it is my defensive, home defense choice. Really, any pistol you're going to get into is going to be a great choice. However, when you're at home, as I mentioned, just go big since you're here. You're not carrying it around. You're already going to be at a disadvantage because you're not going to know the time that your attacker chooses to attack. So go bigger, right, guys? And if it's not the FNX 45, really it's just any fighting pistol. Full-size grip. Light, the bigger the better. Why not? Like I said multiple times by now. But this guy here, this is my Zev OZ9. I did a video on this recently. If you want to check this guy out, there's an in-depth review I have up in the card here. But this is another great example with the 17 length grip and the 19 length slide. I actually do carry this pistol quite a bit, and that's why I do have my red dot optic on here. And I also have a Streamlight TLR7 on this lower rail, because again, you need to be able to identify your target before you start sending rounds down at it. Maybe it's something that doesn't need shot. So you see the common theme here with these pistols. The majority of you guys out there probably already own Glocks or own some sort of pistol or sidearm. So don't let anybody tell you that's not good enough for home defense. If that's all you got, it's plenty. As long as you have training and you understand how to use it, that's all you really need. This is going to get the job done and be able to defend you and your loved ones, especially when you have a full-size grip. This guy carries 17 rounds of 9mm, where the FNX 45 is 15 rounds of 45 ACP. The other beautiful part about using 45 ACP is that the round is so big and traveling so slow, it's pretty much subsonic for the most part. Most of the ammo I see out there is traveling under 1,100 feet per second, which is about the sound barrier. So you're not going to have to worry about breaking the sound barrier and having a loud crack at the end if you are running a suppressor. So because the FNX 45 Tactical has a threaded barrel, I can easily buy the piston for my Hybrid 46 you see here, and I could install this guy on here pretty easily. And like I said, it's home defense, guys. Go big or go home. You have the can, you have the pistol, you have the space. You're not going to be carrying it around everywhere. So why not go with a very quiet, nice, lethal setup with your light, throw a red dot on there, and then, I mean, you have the ultimate fighting pistol, in my opinion. The other beautiful part about the FNX 45 is that you have a decocker here built into the safety. So here your safety is off. Your safety goes on when you pull it up like so, and you obviously disengage the trigger. And then when you pull the safety down past the fire position, it decocks your hammer so that you have that long long pull of that double action there, and then boom, it breaks, at which point your hammer's back. You have a short reset, very short reset, and then a very nice, very smooth single action trigger pull there. Can't go wrong with this guy. If you have a 46 cal or 45 cal suppressor, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. The guy who walked in won't even hear what hit him, and then you'll still be able to communicate with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your dog, be able to get them all behind cover and to safety. So for my number 3 choice, the FNX 45 Tactical with a suppressor, a flashlight, and throw a red dot on there, guys, just for good measure. All right, so now let's move on to my number 2 choice. And if you guessed the Daniel Defense DDM4, then you are correct, my friend. Here we have the DDM4 PDW 7-inch barrel, chambered in 300 blackout. What more is there to say? 300 blackout is a fantastic cartridge for subsonic, also supersonic, but also for home defense. If you're living in an apartment complex, you're worried about over penetration and passing through multiple layers of sheetrock and whatnot. This guy is going to be a tremendous choice because it's not moving as fast as a 5.56 or a 308, for instance, and it's going to deliver as much ballistic performance as a 45 ACP on the subsonic ammo. But with these supersonics, you're going to have quite a bit more knockdown power than any pistol caliber you can find, really. I know one of you guys is going to check me on that, like 44 Magnum or something crazy. But for the most part, you're going to have quite a bit of energy coming out of this little guy with a 7-inch barrel. Really super easy to swing around corners, out of positions of cover, things like that. Obviously, I would have a light on here. At the end of the day, I think this is one of the best choices. That's why it's my number 2 choice. And the beautiful part is, even with it fully extended, with the brace fully extended, and if you throw on a suppressor like we have the Dead Air Sandman here onto this guy, because of how tiny it is overall, it just keeps this package still with a suppressor. Again, you're indoors, if you're using supersonic ammo or subsonic without a suppressor, it's still going to be very loud, but especially the supersonic. Having the can on there is going to allow you to still communicate with your family, your loved ones. You tell your dog to get out of harm's way without blowing their eardrums out and concussing yourself in the process. So a can, a flashlight, a red dot, and you're good to go. On this guy, super short little package. You can really move in and out, pieing corners if you're a high-speed tactical guy, or if you're just, hey, laying behind your bed waiting for some dummy to make the biggest mistake of his life. Either way, it's still a great choice. And that's why it's my number 2. You're not going to get better reliability than you do out of a Daniel Defense. Top-notch quality, ambidextrous charging handle, safety selector. This little package, I think, is one of the best, most versatile home defense weapons you can get. And that's why it came in number 2 on my list today. So for number 3, some of you guys may have seen this coming, but I had to do it. This is my go-to home defense pistol. Boom! If you guessed the Daniel Defense Mark 18, then you guessed right, my friend. You don't win anything this time, but maybe next time, guys. This is my nightstand gun. This is my number 1 choice because this is actually, in fact, what I keep next to my nightstand, as you see it sitting right here today. Suppressor, Dead Air Sandman. I have the Surefire Scout light here. This is the 1500 lumen light. I don't have a pressure switch. I just use the tail cap right here. It's easy enough when I'm gripping the firearm to go ahead and it's right there. If I want to use it, just bring my thumb over, identify my target. I have the Midwest Industries fixed front sight post. It's the HK style. I love that thing. I have an angled foregrip on here with this quad rail. My hands are pretty big, so with this quad rail, it just fits perfectly with this angled foregrip by Magpul, which is great. And then moving back, the EOTech, the fastest red dot sight there is. This is the 2-dot variant, so I have a 50-yard 0, so that first dot is 50 and 200 yards, and that second dot below it is the 500-yard marker for the 5.56 caliber, which this is chambered in. And then moving on back, I have a folding MBUS Rear Pro, or MBUS Pro rear sight, rather, folding rear. That thing's great. It keeps the same ambidextrous lower and ambidextrous charging handle that the PDW has, properly staked castle nut, SBA 4 brace, and Daniel Defense furniture grip there. And I always use my Magpul Gen 3 P mags because they just work. So that's the setup, guys. Please let me know down in the comments which one's your number one. Let's just talk a little bit about why this is my home defense gun. Because of its proven track record. If I had to trust my life to one gun in my entire collection, it would be this gun right here. And I've never had a malfunction out of this thing, even using every type of ammo I've ever used. With this EOTech, it is super easy, super fast to find my reticle. I have astigmatism, so those Holosuns started to look a little starbursty to me, and any other kind of red dot I look through, it kind of looks like a little starburst to me, but this holographic just, it's crisp. That is my number one choice. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys are using for your home defense setups. Give me a top three. Give me your top three, actually. I want to hear from you guys what you think about mine. And if you had to change or move and mix and match my positions, please let me know how you would do that down there in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. If it's your first time here, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're a return viewer and already a subscriber, I appreciate you, sexy YouTube warriors. And until next time, stay safe, stay dangerous. Range Day Bro, out.